Good. You're cutting in and out. Your like feed is like dropping frames.
Yours is too.
Okay, there you just came in full stereo in my ears.
So I've got a new setup today, and I'm trying to get it working here.
You sound better now.
Good. You sound better too.
Cool. Whatever it was, I think it's fixed.
Hopefully.
Well,
I'm a little off center here. Hold on.
I'm like just a hair to the left. There we go.
All right. Hello, everyone. We got about 5 people in the chat right now.
Hi.
Actually, we haven't even. So I forgot to tweet this out. Brittany, can you tweet this out real quick?
My phone is at 1%. Let me. Sorry if you hear a bunch of clicking. I have a mechanical keyboard.
Hey, DJ JS. Good to see you. Missed you as well.
Do. Okay.
Let me open up L's feed real quick. Welcome everyone to the stream, by the way, for those who are tuning in. Don't mind us right now. We're just preparing for the podcast recording, getting things ready, tweeted out, opening up my files, getting those ready. So stand by. We are going to be with you in 1 minute. Just...
What the heck? It won't let me put the picture in it. It's not auto-populating it. Whatever.
Yeah, Buffer's been like that for like a week now.
I hate that. Okay, whatever. I'm tweeting it out.
Okay. Make sure all these videos are muted.
It went through.
Da-da-da.
This is episode 31.
Yeah, I believe so. I got to pull up the doc here.
Okay. The tweet is live. There's no pretty picture or anything, but it's there.
Very good, very good.
Oh, it populated the link with the little thumbnail automatically. So
perfect. Nice. Make sure everything's going to loop. Getting ready to record episode 31 of the Attractions Podcast for those tuning in right now on our YouTube live stream. Thank you so much for checking in this fine evening.
Yes.
We have things to talk about.
We do.
Sorry, I'm like going through all my QuickTime videos, making sure they loop. Everything's muted. I got the document opened here. All right. Hope everyone out there is. Where am I looking? I was looking at the light for some reason. There's the camera. Hello. Hello for everyone in our chat here. DJ JS, good to see you. Rodney. Rob Fuzz, good to see you, sir. Everyone good. Once I get this cord out of my way. Make sure to unplug. I have a new little corner that Sydney helped set up here, so you can see a Timon up there. Hey Arnold, Aladdin poster up here. Maybe we'll add some more to this board.
I wish we could do this like Zoom and have the fun backgrounds while we do it.
I know, right? I don't know how to live stream on Zoom. I'm not sure if you can live stream on Zoom.
I think you can only record things, because I watched a vlog today where 2 different Disney vloggers were like hanging out on Zoom and they recorded it. Yeah, I don't want to get a green screen to have fun things going on back here.
Well, we got our own little graphics and fun stuff that we do.
Yeah. I'm saving up for a light.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you don't see this all the time.
I've got a lamp here. Let me see how it looks when I turn it off. So that's how it looks.
Nice. I'm lit by 2 monitors, and my blue blockers are like intense. But yeah, hopefully soon, within the next month, maybe I'll have like a nice light clip to the back of my desk.
There we go. Now I'm more centered. Give a little slack on the cord so I don't unplug. Sorry, technical stuff, everyone. All right.
Mick's got a new setup.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. So, yeah, DJ, we have watched. The one that just aired. Yeah, I watched it. Did you see it, Brittany?
I didn't watch it, but I saw clips of it on social media.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. About what I expected.
So for those joining us right now, we're getting ready to record the podcast for this week. It'll go up online tomorrow. We'll chat with you guys in the stream every now and then, but we'll also answer questions toward the end. So just stick with us as we do our usual business for the podcast here. Hello from Mexico City. Hola. All right.
What's up?
All right.
Yeah,
so
Ariana did the most. All right, hitting record. DJ JS said my favorite one was Ariana Grande, and she put the most effort into her sing-along video. That was one of the ones I saw on social.
Your audio and video was really off sync there.
Beats me, man.
Oh wow, that's
it could
weird.
Be our internet.
Yeah, your video is first. Like I see your video before I even hear the audio.
That's weird. Do you want me to like leave and come back, or?
Yeah, well, do that real quick, and let's just see if that fixes anything.
Okay, let me copy the link first. Okay.
Brittany will be right back, everyone. We're just making sure technically things are okay. Let me kind of try and center the light more here. There we go. Hope everyone out there is doing well. As soon as Brittany comes back, we'll see if the audio and video is back in sync, and then we'll get going. Sorry. Hopefully, maybe in June. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And there's Brittany.
Hi, is it fixed now? Talking. I didn't get to see the John Stamos one, but I know his baby was in it. Please work.
I think you're working.
Okay, cool, because I don't know what to do to fix
it. No, you're good. You are good now. All right.
Cool.
And if this happens again in the stream, guys, the audio still sounds good. We're recording audio for the podcast, so that's what we're going to want to focus on. If the video's off sync, apologies. Just bear with us. We're going to keep going, even if it goes back off sync. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Your voice was deeper too.
This has happened in my streams before. I don't know why. It's a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I
just thought you were tired.
No. This has happened before. I was streaming Animal Crossing, and my voice was like a whole octave deeper in the playback than it was like actually me talking. I don't know why.
Weird. That is weird. All right, let's do this.
Okay, hitting record. Meow for real.
Woof. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 31 of the Attractions Podcast. I'm Banks.
And I'm Brittany.
And we're here to give you the rundown of all the latest happenings in the theme park world. Pause there for a sec. Can you talk again?
Hey, it's me, Brittany.
Your audio went really quiet all of a sudden. I can hear you, but it's like as soon as you hit record on that thing, like your audio level went down.
How about now?
There you go.
Am I good?
Yeah, now you sound good.
Okay, weird.
That is weird.
Okay, let me delete this file and we'll start over. Okay, hitting go now.
All right, test 1, 2. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode number 31. We got this.
What a night this is turning into for you guys watching.
3, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 31 of the Attractions Podcast. I'm Banks.
And I'm Brittany.
And we're here to give you the rundown of all the latest happenings from attractionsmagazine.com and in our lives in general. And once again, we are live streaming on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/attractionsmagazine. So if you're listening to the audio version, feel free to drop in every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to catch the video version, which you can actually go back and watch replays of as well. So thanks to those who are here with us during the recording tonight.
You're certainly going to be entertained with this one.
We've had a few technical glitches before recording, but I think we're going to be good for the rest of the evening.
There we go.
All right, so Brittany, what's been going on over there in that quarantine life in Texas?
Well, I went outside today. I had to go to the pharmacy, so that was my one outside venture since last week. I played a lot of Animal Crossing. I did not stream this weekend because I could not fall asleep until 4 a.m. this morning, so I was too tired to stream today.
Yeah, I woke up today and I saw you tweet. It was like I woke up at 7:30 and it was like 3 hours ago. And I was like, what is she doing?
I don't know. It might just be this whole quarantine mess, but like my sleep schedule and like my whole like anxious being is like messed up. Like I can't sleep. And when I do sleep, I like wake up a lot in the middle of the night. So I've just stopped fighting it. And I'll stay up. And last night I stayed up until 4 a.m. just because I wasn't tired. And I finished one of the paths in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And then I went to bed.
Nice. Yeah. Oliver has been, his sleep schedule's been wonky. He's been waking up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Luckily last night he slept all the way through. So we'll see what happens tonight. But yeah, it's yay.
Yeah.
So we got some fun things to talk about today, especially one thing for our main attraction I'm very excited to talk about, and I know Brittany is probably excited to talk about it too. Stay tuned for that later on. But right now, things are for me just taking it slow. Just not really much going on except for the one thing we're going to talk about earlier. Actually, I do want to talk about this because this week they opened up the signups for the Run Disney Virtual 5K series for the summer. So they are doing this now. I think this is the 5th year that they are doing this. And so I signed up and I wanted to show off the medals here. So if you're watching the virtual video version right now, you can see the medals for the virtual 5Ks. So there are themed to the classic Magic Kingdom attractions. So you got the teacups, you got Space Mountain, you got Haunted Mansion, and then if you buy the challenge and do all 3, you get the completer e-ticket medal.
That's so cool. I love that Leota one.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I know the Haunted Mansion race sold out first. All the races
did.
all the races are sold out now, so you can't sign up anymore. But we signed up for the challenge, so we're doing all 3 5Ks. And the cool thing is you do this at your own pace. You can complete the 5Ks however quick or slow you want. Just walk around the neighborhood a couple times a day or a couple times a week. It's just at your own discretion. They'll send you the medals, I think, in August when the time frame is finished for the virtual 5Ks. So it's a neat little thing to kind of maybe get out, walk around your neighborhood a little bit, keep that social distancing, and earn some cool swag.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
I love this. This is the first time we've done the virtual series, so been interested to see how it works.
Yeah, I've never done one before. Maybe for the virtual Star Wars half that they do, or whatever it is.
Yeah. They do the virtual Star Wars one as well.
Might have to do that.
Maybe in the future for next year's race. All right, so right now it's time we jump right into our news in the queue. So Brittany, what we got?
Well, we've got some more delayed movies.
Oh, what a shock!
I think 2 weeks ago we told you guys about how Black Widow and Mulan were delayed until later this year, and now Disney Pixar's Soul and Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon, 2 animated features, have also gotten delayed release dates. Now, this was announced via Twitter on both the Pixar and Walt Disney Studios accounts. Pixar's Soul, which tells the story of a jazz teacher who hits his big break and then dies.
We're getting right into it with the Pixar deaths.
Yeah, and I'm going to cry buckets because it comes out on November 20th. It's got a perfect holiday window, which honestly I think is a better choice for it. Pixar films always feel like a holiday treat to me, so I think that holiday window change up is going to be perfect for it. And then Raya and the Last Dragon, which there's no footage out there for. There's just like a single concept image that they released at D23 last year.
Mm-hmm.
That is now coming out on March 12th, 2021. Sorry, I forgot how to talk. Soul was originally supposed to come out on June 19th this summer, and Raya and the Last Dragon was supposed to be a holiday release in November. So they've kind of just pushed each other back a little bit.
I think that might be good for Raya, because considering we haven't really seen any official images or videos, this gives them a little more time to work on it.
Yeah. But I mean, based on they've released the trailers for Soul and everything. It looks done. So I guess it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah, a lot of the movies that are getting delayed look done. It's just with everything going on, they're delay them, and maybe they can do some touch ups with certain special effects and things like that. But some of them are just going to go straight to Disney Plus, like Artemis Fowl. So I guess it just depends on how big the movie is and what the studios decide to do with them.
Yeah, and if the movie theaters even open.
Yeah.
Too, because in a recent interview with Barron's, Bob Iger said that he was open to putting more theatrical releases on Disney Plus instead of releasing them theatrically if it's not safe to do so.
Yeah, so, which it is what it is.
Yeah, these dates, I mean, technically, I guess you could call them tentative, but for now, they're coming out in theaters later this year and next year.
I think Universal, I don't think they released official numbers, but they said when they released Trolls World Tour, the sequel to Trolls, they released that digitally instead of holding it, and they had record numbers in terms of how much money they made.
I think the projected theatrical revenue for the movie, if it had released in theaters, was tracking really low. So this was like a best case scenario for that movie. So they were already expecting it not to do well. And then parents at home were like, this will get the kids to shut up.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But it's interesting. It makes you think, like, what could be now, like when this is all over, could we start seeing this more if it actually ends up being a viable way to make more money? Could we see more movies coming out digitally instead of going to theaters, or even doing like a dual digital theater release for those who don't want to get out?
I hope not, because I love the theater experience, like going to the movies and everything, and it relies on that 3 to 6 month theatrical window to survive. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys have seen AMC talking about possibly filing for bankruptcy when this is all said and done, and Alamo Drafthouse furloughed and laid off most of their staff. So who knows? Part of me hopes not, but I can see why it would be convenient for people to offer both, or at least like a month in theaters, and then after that you can rent it digitally for $20 or whatever.
Yeah, and I do love the movie going experience, very much so, but as a father with 2 kids, I very much appreciate being able to just stay home and not have to find babysitters and watch these movies, even if it is just, a couple weeks in theaters and then release digitally as a kind of rent it for $20, but not own it yet kind of thing.
Right.
So I'm okay with either situation, honestly. I'd hate for, some of these smaller theater chains like Alamo Drafthouse and others that do amazing work to have to be, go out of business because they're releasing more digitally. But at the same time, I want more digital so I can actually see movies when they come out. It's kind of just for me. It's a scale here. It's a big toss up, especially because the last few times I've actually gotten to go to a theater, the experience has been pretty horrible. Avengers Endgame last year, I had the worst time because the audience in our theater was not just rowdy, but like rude and like talking during the quiet scenes and being obnoxious. And we got into a fight with them during the credits. Like, it was a horrible experience. So it kind of put me off of wanting to go to a theater.
Just wait until someday in the distant future when Alamo opens in Orlando. I drove past it when I was there.
Yeah.
And they'll kick people out for talking.
I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait for Alamo Drafthouse to open. The building looks pretty completed now. I drove past it not too long ago, and I cannot wait. The Alamo Drafthouse movie-going experience is the best movie-going experience in the world, the one time that I've gotten to do it. And so I will definitely be going there when I can and bring Sydney with me if we ever get a babysitter.
Yeah, you got to. And if you're listening and you have an Alamo Drafthouse in your area, support them when they open back up. Keep them going.
Definitely. All right, what's next?
All right, so there is a cool new docuseries coming to Disney Plus on May the 4th, and it's all about The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. It's called Disney Gallery, Star Wars, The Mandalorian. This seems to be like an anthology docuseries about Disney Plus's Keystone series, I guess, the way that they're presenting it. Right. But it's an 8-episode series that goes behind different aspects of The Mandalorian, from directing to the cast to the technology they used to make the show, all sorts of stuff, everything you wanted to know. I'm super excited.
It's going to be great. I love these kind of behind the scenes things. And this show, from what I've seen, deserves a behind the scenes documentary, especially with the way they shot a majority of the series on this giant virtual set. Like, I want to see how that's done.
Yeah, I'm. If you had told me that when I saw the original, like the dirty footage that hadn't been cleaned up yet at Celebration, I would not have believed you. I still wouldn't believe you seeing the final footage. I thought they just shot everything on location.
Yeah, no.
Or built sets for everything, and they didn't. They just shot a lot of it in this like round virtual, like 180 screen, and it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what they were able to do. And I can't wait to see what this show shows us. And it's on May the 4th.
It's the perfect time.
It's also the same day that the Clone Wars finale airs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't been keeping up with Clone Wars. I still haven't seen much of the series, but I have been keeping up with like recaps of the season. Have you?
I have watched all the way up to the first episode of season 7, The Bad Batch. So I haven't started it yet. I'm like, we have shows that we put on that is like background noise, you know, and then we have shows that we sit and we watch and we pay attention to. We haven't thrown this on yet to watch because like Westworld is on right now and everything else. But probably once it's all up, we will watch it. Or we'll have to watch it before May the 4th because it'll be all over social media. Whatever happens.
like even just knowing like this week's episode this past Friday, I don't want to spoil anything, which it's kind of hard to spoil something we know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But if you've seen any reactions to this past Friday's episode, people are like crying because they know what's coming up. Like,
I love crying.
This episode on Friday was part 1 of 4, the 4-part finale. So the episode, spoilers, but it's not really a spoiler. But
I know what gets.
You know what? Okay, so for those in the chat, for those
it gets pushed.
Yes. For those listening, for those in the chat, skip ahead maybe 20 seconds because I'm about to say something. If you're watching the series right now, this past episode ends right when Revenge of the Sith is about to begin. So you have Anakin and Obi-Wan going off to save the Chancellor over Coruscant, and while Ahsoka is going off to save Mandalore. and you realize at the end of the episode that's their last time ever seeing each other, and it's heartbreaking. Oh, and you just know what's about to happen in this series. Like, there's 3 episodes left. You know that we're going to see Order 66.
You know, it's interesting to think like this is going to be the last bit of Ahsoka we see for a good while if they keep the October release for season 2 of Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. And if the rumors are true about her showing up in season 2, which I predicted. Remember this?
You did.
Talked about
yeah,
it. I
you
predicted
did.
this. So, and I love the potential casting of Rosario Dawson. I think she's going to be a perfect live action
She's
Ahsoka.
all but confirmed it herself. I think the last time she was asked about it publicly, she said, I can't wait for it to be officially announced. And I was like, you're just saying it without saying it.
Yeah. Looking in our YouTube live stream chat here, I agree with DJ. Disney Plus needs more park-related shows and movies. Wholeheartedly agree.
Allegedly, they're working on one.
Is this the one for Animal Kingdom?
No, then I guess they're working on 2. There's the Animal Kingdom documentary, and there's Behind the Attraction, which is being worked on by Seven Bucks Productions and The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. That one's kind of like the old Inside Out show on Disney Channel. We've talked about that before. Yeah, but they're also doing like one about behind the scenes of Animal Kingdom and how they take care of their animals, which is a perfect idea. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Brian Nussbaum says he's looking forward to Prop Culture, which I wholeheartedly am looking forward to that. We talked about that last week. They're showing all episodes at once on May 1st. So
and I'm going to watch them all on May 1st.
We are binging that weekend. That is for sure. All right, so moving on. What is next?
All right, another new show is coming in May, and
Yes.
it's starring Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy and Pluto.
I love Bill Farmer.
It's called It's a Dog's Life with Bill Farmer, where he travels across the country to meet his favorite characters, dogs with jobs. It's very cute.
It really is. And it's such a brilliant idea. Like, have the voice of Goofy and Pluto do a documentary series about dogs and the jobs that they do.
This is going to be a 10-episode unscripted series, and they're not dropping this one all at once like Prop Culture. So you'll have to tune in every Friday. I believe Fridays are when Disney Plus drops new episodes of everything. And it starts on May 15th.
I can't wait. We're seeing some of the footage from the trailer right there, and I just love how they throw Bill out there to do all this stuff. And Bill is such an amazing person.
I can't wait to watch and cry over all the doggies.
That's going to be a good show. That is really going to be a good show. Mm-hmm. In the chat, I am seeing here, Rodney, we've talked about this before. They should have a Kingdom Keepers series, and there was almost one when it launched 2 years ago when Kevin Smith was working on it. You can read about that on attractionsmagazine.com. So maybe we'll see something in the future. Who knows?
If you make enough noise, you never know what they'll do.
Exactly. Make that noise. All right. What's next?
All right. We've got a parks update for you. Electroland and Disneyland Paris Pride, 2 events that were supposed to happen this summer at Disneyland Paris, have officially been postponed until next year. So Disneyland Paris Pride will be taking place in June 2021. No tentative dates for that one just yet. And Electroland will be moved to July 2nd through the 4th of next summer.
Which, it makes sense. Obviously, with everything going on, a lot of things are going to get delayed. I'm surprised they didn't just delay it to the end of the year, but I guess we know with their Halloween and Christmas stuff, they can't really do that.
And this, Electroland kind of defines their summer besides their event. So I think it would be weird to have it any other time. And it also could be an artist scheduling thing.
Good point. Very good point. I can see that.
And last bit of news this week, Bob Chapek, the newly minted CEO of the Walt Disney Company, has been elected to the Disney Board of Directors.
Well, there we go.
Very businessy. they said that they were going to do this when he was officially named CEO, and they said that it would happen later on down the line. And I guess later on down the line is 2.5 weeks. But now he's a part of the board, of which Bob Iger is the executive chairman. That's just about it.
It's the business side of things. I'm not too knowledgeable on the businesses of the business things.
Yeah, I think this just means he gets to have a vote on things that they vote on now. Mm-hmm. But anything more than that is beyond me. Also, funny thing, on Instagram, I posted this picture to promo the story, and someone said we picked the worst possible picture of Bob Chapek to post, and I thought it was really funny.
What was the photo?
It was the featured photo of the video that you just played.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
from the Star Wars opening.
Yeah, they said it was the worst picture ever. I was like, it's not really that bad, is it?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
I don't think it's a bad picture. He's just talking.
What? Oh, that's why I didn't put Ness in attractions. I am pulling up a webpage right now for those listening because I'm going to share this photo.
Yeah, tell me if it's a bad picture. I didn't think it was, but maybe it is.
Why do I got to log in on Instagram?
You should just be able to go to Instagram.com/attractions magazine.
Yeah, that's what I did. But in order to click on a photo, they want me to log in. I don't understand things sometimes. All right, here we go. Sharing it now.
See, that's the picture I had, and a person said it was the worst picture of him ever.
I don't see what's bad about it.
Maybe it's really unflattering in some lights. I don't know. I think it's fine. But I thought it was funny. It was just a little giggle.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our chat here before we head into our main attraction. So people are saying DJJS, Disney parks in the U.S. should do something like Electroland, and I agree.
That would be cool.
I know they've done things like some park buyouts from companies have bought like Magic Kingdom out, and they've put in like EDM DJs and stuff, and it always looked like a party. So I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow in the future, maybe at Epcot or Magic or something, do an Electroland type thing.
I would be interested in it. That's not necessarily my genre, but I think it would be cool to just see how the U.S. parks would try to do it.
John Self asks, with no Electroland, does that mean no full opening this summer? Not necessarily. Things could still open this summer, depending on how things go with the flattening the curve for the COVID-19. But just because they move the event doesn't mean they're not going to try and open. They're just being precaution and just going ahead and moving the events just in case. They could still open late June, July. Who knows? Who knows at this point?
Those two events in particular, you can imagine the kind of crowds that they're going to draw in if they keep them. And everyone's goal right now is to keep everyone very separated. So it might be better to just hold off until it's safe to have those kinds of gatherings again in the future.
All right, so it is time we move on to the main attraction for this week. And this is not theme park related, just throwing it out there right now. Every now and then we do like to talk video games. And Brittany in the past has talked a lot about Animal Crossing and other games. This time, it might be my turn because, and I don't have it with me, but...
I just have my setup right on my desk.
Your boy got a Switch over the past week. So I am finally, again, a Switch owner. I had sold my original Switch a while ago, just because I wasn't playing it that much, and we needed some money. Not afraid to say, but I decided, after seeing all the Animal Crossing things and really wanting to play Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'm just like, I was making a necessary trip to the store. I happened to be walking by electronics, and I saw they had some Switch Lites available, and we never played the Switch on our TV when we had one. So I was like, if I'm going to get another one, I'm getting a Switch Lite because it's cheaper. So I just kind of on a whim got it.
Yeah, he texted me, and the day that this all went down, he was like, I did a thing. Like, what'd you do? And he just sends me a picture of the Switch on his couch. I was very excited.
So I've re-downloaded some of the old games that I had bought digitally before, like Super Mario and Pokemon Let's Go. But this time I also bought we bought Animal Crossing, we bought Pokemon Sword and Shield, so that Sydney and I can both play one of the games. And there's a couple other things that we got as well. I think I got Link's Awakening. But
That's a good one. I enjoyed that one.
Also, let me just say hi real quick in the chat here to Richard Baca. I know he's saying hi in there, so hello to you, sir.
Hi.
But so yeah, I've been mainly playing Animal Crossing and Pokemon. Those are the two games that I have been playing the most right now. And honestly, Pokemon has been my main go-to game right now just because I'm loving the Galar region. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, been playing since the original games came out years and years ago, so that's always been my favorite thing to do. Sydney's already become champion. I think I'm on my 6th badge right now, so
I haven't even finished the game yet. I have my stack of to play is too high.
I know there's lots of games that I have to go play. People are saying I need to get the Goose Game. So we'll see about that. But DJJS just asked in the chat, is Animal Crossing addictive?
I think yes. That's a great segue into your experience with the game so far.
So far I have been pretty addicted to this little game. As of today, my museum is fully built. The shop is built, and Sydney has created her own tent and house on my island, and we have a few other islanders who have their houses now. I've got my house. It's just been interesting. Like you start doing things and you don't stop, and then you realize, oh, it's like 5 hours later now. Like gathering supplies and like trying not to get stung by wasps and building things and designing things and like putting the layout of your area, which I gotta say, if I can find the photo of it, it's on my Switch. I don't have it right now, but my area on my island is perfect. It is right. The river runs behind it and to the side. It's like on an inlet there. So I got the house on the corner. My wash tub is right next to the river, so I can wash my clothes. I got a campfire next to it, a hammock in a tree. My workbench is right there. Like, oh, it is pristine, perfect. I want to move in myself.
So today is Sunday when we're recording this, and you have your store already. Did you buy turnips this morning?
No, I did not buy turnips.
Oh, you should have.
Why?
That's the stalk market, mister. That's it's like
is that a Sunday only thing?
It's only Sunday mornings. It's from 8 or 9 a.m. to noon. And this little turnip sales girl, her name is Daisy May. She's super cute. Mm-hmm. She will come and sell turnips for anywhere between 90 to 110 bells each, and she sells them in bunches of 10. Mm-hmm. And you buy them from her on Sunday, and then throughout the week, you go to Timmy and Tommy's shop on your island or friends' islands, and you see how much they're buying turnips for, and you turn them over for a profit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's playing the stock market.
The real life like similarities in this game are, mind-boggling sometimes. Or I'm paying off a debt and now there's a stock market kind of thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that, honestly, because I woke up this morning and started catching some Pokemon and winning some gym badges. So my focus has been on Pokemon right now, but I need to get back into my island and see how things are going.
Every Sunday, Josh and I will get up at like 8 or 9, and we'll both get our Switches and lay in bed and be like, how much are your turnips this morning? 105. Okay, let me check. 108. Okay. And I'm going to send you stuff. There are apps where you can go to strangers' islands and wait in queues to buy from their turnip sales girl because the prices are cheaper. You can sell them to other islands because they have really high sale rates. You have to leave tips most of the time of like 99,000 bells or Nook Miles tickets or items or whatever. There's also a website called Nookazon where you can go and buy items from people online through the app with in-game currency. So like
There is
It's
still so
it's
much for me to
crazy.
realize here.
And this is all fan-based stuff. Like the fans made the stocks.io website that predicts your prices. They made the queuing website so you can wait in line to go sell your stuff. They made the Nookazon website. It's all like the community making these things.
Yes, DJJS says this could honestly be an Animal Crossing podcast at this point. And
I want to start one.
I'm playing.
I finally got him to do it.
Welcome to the Crossing the Streams Animal Crossing podcasts. How's your turn up this week? Oh, I was selling it.
I mean, last week I made 3.65 million bells selling my turnips. So
nice. I did appreciate that I was able to buy a face mask in the game. I thought that was kind of funny.
Today I didn't really do a whole lot. I'm in a bunch of Animal Crossing Facebook groups from when I played New Leaf on the 3DS, and I went to 2 different islands that were offering cataloging, where you go to their islands, they have items strewn across the ground, and you go and you pick them up, and then you drop them, and then it adds it to your in-game catalog that you can purchase at the Resident Services building.
All right. That's neat. Yeah, there's still so much I need to learn about this game. So, story time. Of course, like when you have a Switch, you can create create different accounts on there so that when I play a game, I don't mess up a game that Sydney has played. We can both play Pokemon Sword with different accounts and have different save files. So I assumed that same thing would happen with Animal Crossing. So I did a test, and when I created Sydney's account, I opened up Animal Crossing, and they started off at the beginning. I was like, perfect. She's going to get her own island. She can do her own thing. There we go. So a day passes, and Sydney is like, Banks, what do I do? Like, what do I do with this game? So I go over, and I'm like, well, you just started, so you got to make sure you do this and this and this. And I pull up her game, and I'm looking, and I'm like, this island looks really familiar. Like, how do you already have houses on your island? How do you have a shop already? Wait, this is my island. And I had no idea that she would be on my island with her own account.
Yep, that was a thing that Nintendo chose to do this time around. Before, you could have, I guess, in past games, you had one person who created an island, and then you had additional characters that you could share your island with. But if you took the game card out of your 3DS, you could put it in another 3DS and create your own island, because I don't know, maybe I'm not saying this right. Either way, this wasn't a thing, and now it's a thing. And you can't transfer your data from one Switch to another. So if she gets her own, she'll have to start totally over.
Like Ansa said, things that we have to learn. So apparently, while I was going through her account and seeing, what she had done, I was looking at her items. I was like, these items look familiar. I was like, where's your house at? And she's like, it's over that way, down that way. And I'm like, so you put your tent up next to my house? Nope. She assumed that the house over there was hers, and she had taken everything I had set up outside for her own. And it was so funny. I got everything back, and I was telling her what she has to do with building her own supplies and starting with the flimsy things and stuff like that. But just going over to see my house picked dry was so funny.
And what gets me is she had to put her tent down.
Yeah, she did. We finally found her tent. It was near the airport, but Sydney had marched into the room right here to defend herself now.
No, you've never played. I totally get it.
Yeah, there was no guide. But we both honestly did not know.
Yeah. I got a good laugh out of it when you texted me about it, though. But this is the exact reason why, when all the Animal Crossing hype was happening and they had all the E3s things and stuff, I looked at Josh and I was like, you're getting your own Switch. We are not sharing an island.
If in the future Sydney is able to get her own Switch, she'll be able to make her own island, and we can visit it and visit each other and fun things like that. But
yeah, mail each other things, and
she would have to also buy her own Animal Crossing game as well with the Switch. But yeah, right now she's staying on my island, so she's gonna we're all figuring it out right now.
Yeah, if you make her your best friend, if she had her own, she would be able to dig holes on your island and chop down all your trees. If you
Please don't dig holes and chop down my trees.
It's
And
a
she's going
huge-
off to dig holes and chop my trees down.
Off to go hang out with the rest of my Pokemon.
Oh yeah, she's also Pokemoning right now.
Heck
That seems
yeah.
that's kind of our. I'll get to Animal Crossing in a little bit, but we're both like very much trying to defeat the Galar region right now.
I really enjoyed Sword and Shield. I'm still not done with it, but I got Shield and I really dug it. It's so pretty and fun, and the Pokemon designs are super cute.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it is probably the most gorgeous Pokemon game that they've had so far. Like the visuals are stunning. I love the Dynamax Pokemon. I've caught so many Pokemon. Like I'm not even done with the game. I think my Pokedex is up to 100 Pokemon right now. It's just so much. I don't know what it is about the Pokemon games. Like every single time one comes out, I just absolutely fall in love with them.
Have you seen the DLC that's supposed to come out this summer for
Yes,
it?
the expansion
Yeah.
pack for the Isle of
Isle of Armor.
Isle of
Yeah.
Armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous. Like I
Looks
already caught the
really
special Slowpoke that they released into the regular game as a teaser of it. So that's I can't wait for that. I can't wait to finish my gym challenge maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. So that's life with the Switch again.
Yeah. Do you use Pokemon Home?
I did download it. I haven't done a lot of setting up with it yet because I know it requires you to have to really pay for a plan if you want
Yeah.
to move Pokemon around, which I'm like, do I want?
You can move
I
a
know-
small number around with the free account.
Yeah, but I think if I wanted to move Pokemon from my Pokemon Go app, I have to pay.
But I don't think that's operational yet. At least
Yeah,
I haven't used it in a while, and it wasn't available at launch. But I've used it. I paid for the thing because it's the same amount of Nintendo Online for a year. And I got Mewtwo in Sword Shield because you can, yeah, you can.
this is the
move your-
thing.
Yes, you can move your Pokemon Let's Go Pokemon. Some of them, not all of them, but if they're in the Galar Dex, you can move them over to Sword and Shield and have them in that game. That's
And
what Pokemon Home is for. So if you have like the 3DS games too, or the Game Boy games, and you use Pokemon Bank, you can move Pokemon from the bank to home, and then if they're in the Galar Dex, from there to Sword and Shield.
Oh, that's amazing. That is
Yeah.
awesome. DJ JS asks, this is a question you might be able to answer, Brittany. Did they create any new theme park based costumes in Animal Crossing?
So many. I could not even rattle it off for you. I don't think I can share my screen. But if you go to attractionsmagazine.com and you search Animal Crossing, I wrote an article about it with a bunch of pictures and codes that you can input at the Able Sisters shop to get costumes, the cast member costumes, character inspired stuff. People are so creative with this game. It's insane.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And so how I need let's vamp a little bit, Brittany, because I need to pull up some names here for our shout outs. So talk a little bit about how does this work in Animal Crossing with making your own designs, because I've been seeing a lot of screenshots of people like with a Tron costume, specially designed wallpapers. Like, how does this work, and
So
how can you get them?
You go through an app, which is I think you unlock it with Nook Miles. I've had the game for about a month now, so it was something you unlock early on in the game, and it's kind of like pixel art. You get like a square thing, and it's divided into fours, and it's got a bunch of dots, and you can design clothes, patterns, also like things to customize furniture with, hats, jackets, all sorts of things, a flag for your island, and you can make it pretty much anything. There are websites that will digitize images into the pixel format, and you can upload them into your game if you want, which is how people, I believe in my article, I included a picture on Twitter where someone took attraction posters and digitized them and put them in their game. And and you can just use it to kind of customize the game to your will. And part of it, I think I can show you guys because it's on my phone if my phone doesn't die. On the Nintendo Switch Online app, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, which you kind of need for this game, there is an app called Nook Link that you can use, and there's designs where you can scan QR codes. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Use this to scan QR codes from games like New Leaf, Animal Crossing New Leaf, where someone might have made a costume that you like. You can scan them, it imports it into this app, and then you can import it from the app to your Switch and save that pattern, and it could be anything. Literally anything.
That is so cool.
And,
so what have you got?
Geez, I have a lot. Off the top of my head, I have a Gelatoni t-shirt. Louis Mantia made a Mickey Mouse ringer tee that I saved. That's super cute. If you go on Twitter, I think he's just at Louis. And lots of dresses. I have a Life Aquatic Team Zissou long sleeve. Pictures of it later. And then just like a bunch of patterns for the ground. I have like a dirt pattern that I have a little garden with, and that's where I keep my turnips when I buy them for the week. And then paths, and I have a flag that has a Korok on it from Breath of the Wild that I made. That's my island flag, because my island is Hylia Isle because it's Zelda. I thought it was cool.
I love that.
And there's so much stuff, and you can use it to kind of change the way your ground looks, because this game is the first game in the Animal Crossing series that gives you paths to lay down, but sometimes those paths leave you a little bit wanting, like maybe you wanted a broken up path or a dilapidated path, or you wanted drawings in the sand on your beach. You can do that with the QR codes.
Nice.
QR designs. Yeah.
I love that. Now, so I'm just curious about the point of like going to other islands. I mean, I know it's mainly to get like goods, right?
Yeah. So you can visit your friends. Some people have made games on their islands. I've seen one that's like sumo wrestling. Because there's a 4-piece wrestling ring setup that you can get through the Timmy Atami's store. And they would bury pitfall seeds in the ground, so that way if you like take a wrong step, you fall into a hole in the ground and you lose. People have made like spinner games and all sorts of stuff. It's super creative and very open to the player's interpretation. But most of the time when you're visiting someone's island, you're just checking out what's in their Able Sisters or going to see what's at Timmy and Tommy's. If Celeste is there and there's a meteor shower, you can go and make wishes on stars to show up on your beach the next day. Sometimes villagers on the island will be working on DIY recipes, and you can go and ask them for the recipe, even if it's not your island. Pretty much it's just going and receiving goods. Sometimes like we're in the northern hemisphere, but players in the southern hemisphere have sharks and scorpions on their islands right now. So if we knew someone playing in the southern hemisphere, we could go to their island, fish and catch bugs, and we could catch scorpions and sharks and big fish and stuff like that to donate to our museum.
I was wondering why I haven't seen any sharks yet.
Yeah, not yet. This summer. They come out in the summertime.
So things are constantly happening. Like, do I need to be paying attention to any sort of like social media channel to see like when things are happening so I can jump into my island? You
should follow, just a rule of thumb, follow at Animal Crossing. I think Tom Nook runs the account now.
Oh my God.
But there is a big update coming up soon. You kind of missed Bunny Day a little bit. Maybe you caught like the tail end of Bunny Day.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people tweeting bad things about it, so I'm kind of glad I missed it.
Yeah, but the next update is supposed to be Earth Day themed with a sloth character who is a gardener named Leaf. He's super cute. In the past games for Earth Day, they do Weeding Day, where you wake up on Earth Day and your entire town is covered in weeds and you have to pick them all. And then you sell the weeds to Leaf, and he gives you items that are outdoorsy, like floral themed, and it's very cute. They haven't said what they're going to do with this update, but it's supposed to be coming soon. I think Earth Day is like literally tomorrow. So
okay. I'll have to pop on tomorrow.
I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow though. So I would expect it like this week or next week. There's also rumors going around that they're going to expand the museum in a future update, adding art to it and sculptures, which used to be in past games. And the cafe could come back. Brewster's Cafe, it was like a coffee shop, and in New Leaf you could work in it and make drinks and be a barista, and it was super cute. And that's where KK originally performed in the game.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you for joining us for Animal Crossing Talk here on Attractions Magazine.
Animal Crossing Corner. It's going to be an official part of the podcast lineup.
I may have questions every week.
I will try my best to help.
All right. So for right now, let's go ahead and do some questions. If you guys have any questions, if you're listening right now or watching us on youtube.com/Attractions Magazine in our live chat, feel free to throw some questions in there while we're waiting for the questions. We're going to do some shout outs to our new club and VIP subscribers. So if you don't know, we do have a subscription plan over at attractionsmagazine.com/store. You can sign for basic club or VIP. Certain levels get you certain benefits, including every issue of the magazine digitally, and even a mystery box that will be sent to you every quarter when a new magazine comes out. So you can go check that out, see what you would like. But right now, we want to thank our new club and VIP subscribers. So I apologize if I butcher any names here, as usual. We'll kind of go back and forth with this, Brittany. We'll do every 3 people.
Okay, so, the spacing notwithstanding, just
the spacing is a mistake on my part. All right, so we got Lori Baker, Debbie Barbarulo, and Brian Beckwith. Thank you guys so much for subscribing.
We've got Andrew Bermudez, Michelle Bernardi. Sorry, I can't read, and Bridget Langley Broadwell. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Mark Casey, Julie Cohen, and Larry Dalrymp. Larry, I apologize. Larry D. Thank you for subscribing, and we hope you enjoy your subscription.
Donald Eastlake III, Stephanie Castanos, and Sarah Marshall. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Audrey Pereira, Darlene Shannon, and James Shearer. Thank you guys for joining.
And Dana Swisher, Charlie Trujillo, and Allison Woodruff. Thank you so much. Closing it out.
Yes, and if you want to subscribe, like I said, head to attractionsmagazine.com/store and pick up a subscription to our magazine, because we are still doing our magazine. We still have a lot of stuff happening on the website, on our YouTube channel. So we're still trying to roll out the content to you guys. Even though nothing's open, we still got coverage.
I mean, coming from someone that writes the stuff on the website, I haven't seen any change in being busy.
Yeah, right? There's always something to talk about.
Yeah, like everyone's like, oh, the parks are closed, nothing's happening. And I'm still writing like 5 to 8 stories a day. I feel like nothing's changed except for the fact that the parks are closed.
And if you want to go to our YouTube channel, I am doing my best to put a new POV out every single day, quote unquote new, things that we have not posted before in the past, roller coasters from around the country, around the world. So subscribe to us over at youtube.com/Attractions Magazine to see a new video every day and take some virtual rides.
Do it. Sometimes you just need that little break. Get in like the laundry bin and shake yourself around. Get on the roller coaster. Yeah.
This past week, in 2 weeks, I've been actually posting a lot of videos from parks that I grew up going to. So
I noticed that. Yeah.
Six Flags Over Texas and Arlington, Texas, Magic Springs and Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm kind of posting these videos from places that meant a lot to me. And we're also going to expand and do other places as well that we have videos from. If you go out to our YouTube channel, there is 2 videos that I posted this past week I want to talk about real quick. So one is the Wildfire roller coaster at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. I used to go to this park during the summer every 2 or 3 years. My grandparents would always take me up there. Wildfire in 2003 was the roller coaster that got me over my fear of roller coasters and fear of going upside down. I had not been on any big roller coaster that went upside down until that one. Something in me was just like, do it, you big baby. Because 2003, I was How old was I? 80s.
God, how
Like-
old was I?
I was 16, I believe. 16 or 17.
I was 9.
Oh, wow. So I was well into my teens until I got over my fear. But I'm glad I did, because like I don't know what I would be if I was scared of roller coasters.
Yeah, that's a huge thing to get over. I was never really scared of roller coasters, but I think the nerves were always there. I think the first one I ever went on was Tennessee Tornado at Dollywood.
Oh, yes, Tennessee Tornado. Fun fact, that roller coaster sits on the plot of land that used to house a roller coaster there. It was like a mine train style roller coaster. And I'm Roaring, I think, was in the name.
I don't know.
For a second.
I grew up going to Dollywood. That was like my Disney. But I did not really want to ride roller coasters or dark rides or really anything because I was too scared. But I think I was 16, I think, when I went to Dollywood for the first time and actually rode stuff, and that was when I got on Tennessee Tornado.
It was called the Thunder Express at Dollywood.
Express.
That used to sit where the Tennessee Tornado is currently. That roller coaster, the Thunder Express, when they got rid of it at Dollywood, it went to Magic Springs in Hot Springs, Arkansas, which was my home park. So that's a fun little fact. It used to be at Dollywood, and it's still in operation today. And speaking of Magic Springs, we posted that Big Bad John video of that old Dollywood coaster. We also posted a video of a coaster called the Arkansas Twister. It's a wooden coaster. It was the first roller coaster I ever went on in my life. The fun fact about that roller coaster, the Arkansas Twister, it used to be located just about 10 minutes down the street from where I live right now, at a place called Circus World, and later it became Boardwalk and Baseball at the corner of 27 and I-4 over in Haines City. If you know it today, the area is called Posner Park, and it's just a bunch of shopping now, but it used to be a theme park there for a long time, in the 70s and 80s. And the Arkansas Twister was located there. It was known as Florida Hurricane. There was another name for it before the Florida Hurricane, and I can't for the life of me remember it right now. But cool thing is, Michael Jackson, that was his favorite ride in Orlando. That wooden roller coaster. Anytime he visited Orlando, he always made a point to go out to Circus World or Boardwalk and Baseball and ride that wooden roller coaster. For a little bit of time, it was called the Michael Jackson Thrill Racer or something like that.
What?
Like, it was his favorite coaster. So that is still in operation at Magic Springs in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
I wish that there was video of this on the internet somewhere.
There is a photo. If you like Google the Florida Hurricane and Michael Jackson, there is a photo of him riding this coaster.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm looking that up after this.
Do it. All right, let's go to our chat here real quick and answer some questions before we say goodnight here. DJJS, our friend, you've been interacting all night. Thank you. What have you been watching during quarantine? Disney or Netflix?
I would say at first Disney Plus, because we were watching through Boy Meets World. And now it's lots of HBO and Netflix. Because Westworld came back and because we started a reality show called Terrace House. It's a Japanese reality show, kind of like Big Brother, where 6 people live in one house together in Japan. It's very funny, super, super funny. It's the season we started actually is on hold because of COVID-19. So we're going to hit a point where they stopped filming, but they've got 4 or 5 other seasons back that we can watch. But that's really what we've been binging, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we're kind of going between Disney and Hulu. We're watching a lot of our shows that like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're watching Masked Singer, Lego Masters, which just had its finale recently. And then, of course, we've been binging Simpsons since the first season. I think we're currently on season 15.
Oh, my goodness.
We're currently binging through that whole series on Disney Plus right now. So that's kind of, and of course, we're watching new episodes of DuckTales as they air. So it's kind of just Disney Plus and Hulu are our 2 main viewers right now.
What kind of shows do you usually go for? Do you like really big scripted, like dramas, like movies condensed to TV, or do you like more serial sitcom type stuff, or like non-scripted reality stuff?
A mix. We're mainly watching just short 30-minute comedies, animated shows, and some reality shows like Masked Singer and Lego Masters. We don't watch the big stuff as often. Like I just have never gotten into things like Game of Thrones or Westworld. Just haven't been able to get into that. So we're not really big into those. I think the biggest one we're probably watching is Stranger Things. We do watch that. But yeah, we're just kind of mainly kicking it with the cartoons and the non-scripted stuff.
Hey, that's fun. I will at the start of quarantine, I watched a cartoon. Though I guess it was kind of heavy. It was Beastars on Netflix. It's like that one anime that they've been pushing super, super hard in all of their previews and stuff. It's actually really good.
I'll check it out. Fernando wants to know, what do we think of San Diego Comic-Con being canceled?
Do you have thoughts? Yeah. First time in 50 years.
Like, my God, like, cause it is the biggest con in the world, and a lot of studios rely on that to push their movies and previews for things. And I know a lot of vendors use that to make their money. So I feel really bad for these comic artists and these the people who rely on selling their things at this con, because it's gonna be a big hit to them.
Yeah. Just the fact that they had to come out and say it. I mean, I assumed it would have gotten canceled, but this just, now we're looking forward to all the other cons that are supposed to happen this year. Star Wars Celebration, celebrating the anniversary of Empire. That's supposed to be this year in August. Is it still happening?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna get canceled.
That's the sad thing. It probably will. Which,
Yeah.
we say this every week. This is an unprecedented time. It seems to be the curve maybe going down from what I might be seeing, but at any point, Americans, we're stupid. We could probably go out and that'll go right back up. Who knows? I mean, did you see the photos from the Jacksonville beach?
Oh,
anyway,
yep, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I bought tickets to see My Chemical Romance on their reunion tour in the fall. That's probably going to get postponed. And it hit me yesterday, and I got sad. I was like, oh, I was really excited about that 2 months ago.
Yeah. Look, I know, I'm sure a good 95% of the majority of the Americans and people right now are doing what they should be doing, is social distancing and staying at home. It's just for some reason that 5% are the ones that you always see out there. So it seems like they're a bigger percentage than probably really is, but it could still take that small percentage, could still cause things to go right back up. And, we just got to stay careful, guys, and hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying home and staying clean.
Yep. I went out today and wore gloves to touch everything, and then came home, and I didn't leave the car, so I didn't wear my mask, but I have one, and I hand sanitized and washed my hands and all that good stuff, and wiped down everything I brought in. It's just a matter of taking it seriously and doing what you can until we can get this curve bent downward and get a vaccine and get it taken care of.
And I know there's a lot of people wanting to know what's going to happen with the theme parks when they open up, but at this point, you can't even talk about it because we just don't know. We don't know what's going to happen.
And we talked about this. If you guys are local to Orlando, Fox 35 showed a little doodad of us talking about what the parks could possibly do. Oh wait, no, this week was food. Next week,
it was last week.
Yes.
But we have the clip on our Facebook page.
Right. Well, we talked about what the parks could possibly do. And honestly, it's all just kind of speculative at this point until the parks actually say what they're going to do for now.
Nothing is ever going to be concrete until they officially put out a statement saying this is what we're going to do. Anything we say is just either hearsay or our own personal thoughts of what they could do.
Right.
We're not experts on disease prevention. We're just we're just thinking what could the theme parks possibly do. But I know that there are many, many more voices out there that have more expertise than us. So definitely seek them out if you have any questions. John in the chat here. We talked a little bit about it earlier about season 7 of Clone Wars.
I'm sorry.
We're not watching it, but I'm keeping up with recaps, and I love where it's at right now in the season. I love that it's starting to tie in now into Revenge of the Sith, so the next few episodes are going to be pretty intense.
I'm loving that this final season of Clone Wars is kind of bringing about a resurgence of love for Revenge of the Sith. I feel like people talk about how good it is and how much they love it all over Twitter, and it makes me so happy.
It is for me, it is the best of the prequels. It honestly is.
It makes me so happy because just like Star Wars has been such like a bleh thing for me for the past few months. And Clone Wars, because I started watching the Clone Wars, I like took a month off of Star Wars, and then I started it in mid-January, and I like fell in love with Star Wars again and remembered why I like Star Wars. And I'm sad to see it end, but I look forward to new parts of Star Wars to like, and it's just nice to see the positivity on social media about it.
I love that. It's a great way to end this episode of the Attractions podcast. So, Brittany, where can everyone find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Brittany Tuttle. That's BrittanitTuttle. Yes, it is spelled funny. On Twitter and Instagram, or at twitch.tv/BritPlays with 3 T's. Normally, I stream on Saturdays and or Sundays. I took this week off. We'll probably jump right back on it next week, or this week, I guess, when you're listening to this.
Go check it out. You can find me on Twitter at Banksley, on Instagram at Disney Goofball, and of course all of the Attractions Magazine socials on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and attractionsmagazine.com. Yes, thank you, DJJS, in our YouTube chat. I have not. The professor of theme park economics is now the professor of Animal Crossing economics. Yes,
I love it.
Still has lots to learn from this professor over here next to me, Brittany. She is
I've
the
got
bigger
my PhD, folks.
the PhD from Nook University.
Hey, listen, I'm still waiting on that Tanuki to send me my diploma. He hasn't gotten around to it yet.
Well, I think you have to. I think you need to redeem like 400,000 bells because that's your student loan debt.
Great. Another bill to pay off to that man.
Oh boy. All right. Well, until next week, everyone, we hope you guys stay home, stay safe, stay clean. Most importantly, just have fun out there, and we will talk to you next week.
Later days. Bye-bye.
Switching things up. Later days. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know why it just happened. So I just let it happen.
All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone here in the YouTube chat, for tuning in to our live stream. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Look out for the episode, the audio version tomorrow on all of the streaming platforms. And we will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys are having a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.